Bite Size Thursday here at Off Slate Studios, and we are watching Avatar: The Last Airbender. That's right, we are booking our way through book number 2. We are almost What?
Booking our way through book number 2.
Yes, we are. And we're almost...
Hi, welcome to the Redundancy Department, the Department of Redundancy.
Do you need us to repeat that?
This is just a funny little thing. Yeah, regardless. We are, like I said, almost halfway.
Kind of like they were running after the chase.
So they chased us last episode, but it's okay because this episode we're gonna put in the work. We're gonna put in the bitter work.
I hope someone finds a bitter end to this.
Hey, that's a coffee house.
It is. I've been there.
I know you have.
And he has too. He lives by it.
I do. Yeah.
That's true.
Now we're really giving the people even more of a...
Yeah, you're kind of doxing Dickey.
Yeah, you're really telling them where I live. You want crazy people on the internet to
He
come
lives
find me?
at...
He lives on Leonard.
Throw him off the mark. I like it. Anyway, that's right. We're talking episode 9, Bitter Work. We're going to give any explanation of what we remember before we watch it, and I don't remember anything.
All I can think of what it might be is... Toph is trying to teach Aang. Katara is telling Toph, like, you have to be more sensitive to him, and Toph goes crazy. Sokka gets stuck in a hole. Sokka gets stuck in the hole.
Sokka gets stuck in
Meat.
hole.
I'm going...
So
and then...
It's Avatar's 127 hours.
Yeah. And then I think the other side of the episode, I think, is Iroh nursing back to health, and he showing Zuko how to redirect lightning, and then, like, that's where he tells Zuko about when you learn from the other elements, it helps you with your own bending.
Okay.
Because balance.
Yep.
Balance, yeah.
And they're doing the thing with their fingers where he said you can't go through your heart or it's going to kill you.
Yeah, the whole...
You have to redirect it through your gut. That's right.
Yep.
I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
What is the thing that put Zuko into the fever then?
That's at the end of the book.
Guessing.
I think we've talked about it.
Is that at the end of the book?
I think it is. I think it's right before. I think you said it in a previous episode. It's like right after he lets Appa go in that one episode. I think the next episode, because that's Lake Lao guy. I think somewhere around there is when he starts getting real sick.
Okay.
Because he's like changing, and then that's probably why. Spoilers, of course. He ends up making the wrong decision at the end of the season. But he did have to make the wrong decision to find the right way. Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
And subsequently, we got one of the absolute best episodes in Book 3. Of the entire series in Book 3.
Oh, yeah. I can't wait.
The Ember Island players, of course.
I can't wait for this. But for now, we got this episode on docket. Anything else before we watch it?
No.
Let's watch it. Let's...
Take a bite.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we just watched episode 9, Bitter Work, and once again, I say this every time.
Did you say better work or bitter work?
Bitter.
Okay.
As in, I am bitter that you thought you had to fix me because...
So you can insult him, but I can't fix him.
I'm just laughing at that sentence like this. And then it...
My brain stopped working like halfway through.
You are... It's like you are bigger than a big leaf. It's like, what?
No, this was a good episode. I say that every time, but another good, solid episode from the crew. Toph fits in
wonderfully.
Have we only run into like one genuinely bad episode so far?
In the whole show?
Yeah.
What episode's that?
I would say The Great Divide.
Yeah.
Jet. No, Jet's not really a bad episode.
But
I just don't like
their
it.
Their characters change a little bit in Jet, to me.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any episode that we have come across other than Great Divide that the characters did not change at all.
I don't think we've had a filler episode this season at all.
No.
I'm looking at the list. Nothing is filler.
So far,
this is probably the closest one, but it's not filler because it's a character episode. Because both sides of the story are important for development.
I
100%.
absolutely love the idea that earthbending is hardest for him to master because it's. I know they don't say it in this episode. They say it in another episode, but.
Well, they said this is the opposite.
It's
Katara
his opposite. Yeah, Katara said it to him in this episode.
Yeah.
When
wow,
they were
I missed that.
They were in the water. And she's like, well, it's the opposite of your thing.
Yeah, fire
Which
and
is
water.
which
and
is funny because in
air.
Korra, air is the hardest for her because of her personality and whatnot. Remember, she could do the other three easily because she's a waterbender. She could do the other three easily, but air was the hardest.
That's right. Yeah, but it was a little bit of just because her and Aang are very different.
Very different, yeah.
I think that's maybe a little bit right. But
Yeah.
it is still interesting.
That's another one of those things where they talk. It's weird because we talked about it. I think whenever the Kyoshi episode was.
Oh man,
Been a while
That was
ago.
a few episodes ago.
okay. That cute. Okay, my mind jumped to the first one for some reason.
No,
Yeah, that was episode 5 of the season. This is episode 9, so not too long ago.
it's about a month ago. We talked about how it's weird that they talk about him like he's the same person as the person that came before him, which I get that that's I almost said regeneration, reincarnation. But then in Korra they switch it. They don't talk about Korra and Aang like they're the same person. It's just an interesting manner of talking about this mechanic to me, anyways.
Yeah, it's interesting. They both have they're just completely different struggles and.
Well, I feel like,
Interesting.
dare I say it, I feel like they lost a lot of the, dumped a lot of the lore between Last Airbender and Korra, because you don't need it in Korra, but
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
not to talk about Korra
Oh,
too
yeah.
much.
But for this episode specifically, I think they my favorite thing in this had to be just Toph in general. I think that she had some of her best lines in this episode. Just the way that she's yelling at him while she's trying to train him, like, "Come on!" I mean, he always calls him Twinkle Toes, but I thought it's just hilarious to see her just berating him.
You did raise a good point though. Why does she leave that eye hole open?
Yeah, I probably saw a post on it when she covers herself with the rock thing. Like, why'd she leave the eye hole open?
So she can see. Oh.
Great.
Ableist.
Maybe that's just
As a person with a disability.
Oh, you can say that, right?
I don't have anything to follow that up with. I can just say that because
Sokka gets stuck in a hole.
that is one of the funniest Sokka bits.
I just love that I will give up meat and sarcasm.
And sarcasm.
I know that's all of my identity, but instead of the meat-loving sarcasm guy, I'll be the vegetarian straight talk guy. And they just, Aang, they goes here. If you have any meat, just instantly.
Or, okay, Boomerang, come back.
Or even when she put the animal put the little apple, it's just so far away. It's like I tried to reach that. He was one of the funniest. It's so simple. Just put him stuck in a hole.
Yeah.
But it's so good. It's so good. Both what was I gonna say? Both Toph and Katara in this episode, I thought also had some really, really good strong moments. I love Katara just when they were talking, when she told him
Being everyone's mom.
Yeah, she really is the real.
And Toph is like
the mom
everyone's
friend.
spunky aunt.
Yeah.
When do they kind of resolve that tension between Toph and... Is it Tales of Ba Sing Se where they go off and...
Yeah, they're one of the first stories, I think. They might be the first story.
Is that where they resolve that tension between them?
I don't know. Maybe they don't even resolve it. Maybe it's just they're okay with each other. They just butt heads because of personalities.
Yeah, I don't remember there being a specific instance.
But then again, we got
1, 2, 3,
4, 5 episodes before Tales of Ba Sing Se, so...
For some
Is it
reason,
really
I thought
that
that was in book
close?
3.
Yeah, the next episode is the halfway point of the season.
I know. For some reason, I thought Tales of Ba Sing Se was in 3, not 2.
Nope. It's in 2.
Why would it
Book
be
2
in 3?
is Earth, and they're in the Earth Kingdom.
Yeah.
They're going to Ba Sing Se. There's 4 episodes leading up to it, or
Yeah, that's a very good point. I don't know why I thought that way.
yeah, the Serpent's Pass is them going there, and the Drill is them getting there,
It's
and
probably
the next one is
because...
being the next 6. The whole see once they get there, that's the rest of the season.
Yeah, well, yeah.
You thought that was book 3?
It's
don't know
probably
why I
because
mixed
in the...
it up.
and not to spoil what's going to happen in the library for this 18-year-old show.
I would hope everybody watching us has watched it.
But it's because when they go to the library, they find out about the Day of the Black Sun, and that feels like a finale moment.
That might be what
Like
it is.
book 2 feels more like 2 seasons than book 1 or book 3 feel like. And even
once they get to Ba Sing Se, it feels different.
Yeah, it feels like it took a lot longer in Ba Sing Se. It's some of the best that the show has to offer, don't get me wrong, but
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but how many episodes are once they get to Ba Sing Se?
it's got to be like
Once they get there,
6.
Yeah.
they technically get there at the end of the Serpent's Pass, and they see the drill, because then that leads into the drill. So if we count Serpent's Pass, because they technically get there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Technically 8, because Appa's Lost Days is partially there, but it's not following the group, so you can count it as a Ba Sing Se episode.
Okay.
But it's not the group in Ba Sing Se.
I think
feel
that's
like there
also
was
why
a-
that episode feels so refreshing.
Yeah.
So over a quarter of the season actually takes place in Ba Sing
That's
Se.
what I thought a lot of it took
Yeah,
place
almost
there.
half.
Yeah.
The Serpent's Pass is the 12th episode of the season. Out of 20 episodes, it's just under half of the season is in Ba Sing Se.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because, yeah. Anyway, back to this episode in particular.
Toph getting Sokka out of that hole is hilarious. Just a
just
little
pulling
kick
his
and then
head.
grab him by the hair and just drag him
like
out.
how
I
he
always
is,
thought
he's,
she
like,
pulled him
plopped.
all the way off screen. It always catches me by surprise when she lets him go.
Just
Yep.
I thought for some reason she pulled him all the way off screen, like just drug him back to camp by his hair.
Poor guy has this like epiphany on life, and in mid-speech gets cut off by Aang saying, "Look what I can do."
yeah, that sounds about right for Sokka's luck. But also, the Zuko learning kind of learning how to deflect lightning.
No, it's
I mean,
learning how,
Zuko
he just can't do it.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
Zuko clearly doesn't know how lightning actually works.
No.
Yeah, it's
But it's a big step for him, and I love.
a bit of a shock.
That's better than any joke Dickey has told all day long.
Oh my gosh! I'm gonna say I love how Iroh explains all the different 4 elements.
I love how he draws them. I know that's you said, like, isn't that what their signs are, their logo, if you want to call them logos. Yeah, but I love watching him draw it, especially the Water Tribe one where it's like a line at a time and then the last line like creates the circle.
It's so
I just love
satisfying.
I love how he drew those and how he explains learning from the others is smart, because if you take knowledge from one area, it's stale.
Mm-hmm.
You learn how others do it, and I go, that's really
Wow,
good.
that's you could literally bring
Balance,
that.
as you've been talking about. You've been talking about
You can bring
balance.
the lesson into so many other
That's,
things. Like, that's such a
moments
good
like
lesson.
that are what make me look back on the first season and go, I don't think Iroh was really pro Fire Nation
Never.
much at all. No, I think he was pro Zuko, and I think he saw Zuko as a part of a means to bring balance both to his family and to the world.
Also, he probably just sees his son in Zuko.
I mean, we get to that later in the. I thought the sad song was going to be this episode.
No, it's Tales of
That
Ba Sing Se.
I know
Okay.
the sad song is Tales of Ba Sing Se.
Okay,
'cause
but
that one's
they
gonna
had that
ruin
bit
it.
where, what is it, Lieutenant?
Yeah.
Like that moment with them,
Oh,
and
that
that's
was
such
a-
a good side
That
plot.
was a great moment. Oh my god.
And I do like the I know you're going to say she's my sister. I should, no, she's
she's
crazy
great.
and needs to go down. He makes, I hope I made it the way you liked it, that gong.
Yeah.
I love he pours him more. When he looks away, he chucks it out the window.
Yeah. Once again, this episode just proves again to me that the real heroes in this show are Appa and Iroh.
Yep.
Yeah. And
Those
sometimes Momo.
and Momo.
Eh,
Sometimes.
Momo's kind of an antagonist.
Okay, yeah, he definitely has his moments. Yeah, his moments.
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 Moments is so stupid.
Okay. Well, on that note, is there anything else you want to mention about episode 9, Bitter Work?
No.
It's 'cause
You mean better work?
now the only thing that would be better work is following us on our social media. Jared.
Wow.
Look
Holy
at-
damn.
Look at that segue. Jared,
Yep, and
you
with
wanna-
that, with that bitter pill to swallow, you can Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and the funny TikTok. And you can listen to us on Apple, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, iHeartRadio. And hey, if you're watching on YouTube, like, subscribe, ring our bell, comment, rate us, and comment on all those apps. And check out our groovy website thing.
Absolutely. So, from all of us here at Off Slate Media, thank you for listening to today's episode. Next week, we are on to episode 10 of Book 2, Avatar, which is titled...
The Library.
Oh, it's The Library!
Then, isn't the next one the desert?
Yep, the cactus juice one.
That's a great...
I hate that bit.
I love
so
it.
Great.
It annoys me.
I love
It's funny.
So, yeah, if you want to watch us discuss the beautiful cactus bit, make sure to stay tuned in to us. So every Thursday that you want to listen to us discuss Avatar or just hang out, make sure to...
Take a bite.